Alright, tell me this. What would you do if you found a penny worth $1.8 million just lying around in your pocket? Would you faint? Call your mom? Buy an island? Well, guess what? This could be you, because today, we're talking about a 1966 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could turn you into a millionaire. Yep, that little copper coin you've been ignoring? Big mistake. So, grab that old jar of pennies, because you might be sitting on a fortune. Let's dive in. So, what makes this penny special? Well, most pennies from 1966 were mass-produced like crazy, over 2.2 billion, to be exact. But, and this is a big but, there's a rare version with an error that makes it ultra-valuable. It's a no-mint Mark penny with a unique doubling effect and an off-metal composition. Translation? If you find one, you're basically holding a winning lottery ticket, only shinier. Alright, quick history lesson. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia didn't have a mint mark back in '66. But there are special era pennies from that year that have been misstruck, or have variations in their lettering, making them crazy rare. If yours has doubling on Liberty or Lincoln's Eye, bingo, we're talking major dollar. And if it's made of a different metal, golden ticket, my friend. So, how do we know this bad boy is worth $1.8 million? Well, a 1966 no-mint Mark penny recently shattered records at an auction because of its insane rarity and condition. Collectors went wild over it. And guess what? Yours could be the next to hit the jackpot. I mean, think about it. Somebody out there found this coin, and now they're swimming in cash. Why not you? Okay, so how do you know if you're holding the golden, or should I say copper, ticket? Here's what to do. If there's no D or S under the date, you're still in the game. Look for doubling, weird textures, or odd coloring. The standard penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, hello, rare coin status, hit up a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Trust me, you don't want to sell a $1 million coin for 10 cents. Now let me tell you a quick story, because this one still haunts me. A few years ago, my grandpa gave me a jar of old pennies. I, being young and very dumb, traded them in for candy money. Fast forward to today, I found out one of them could have been worth thousands. That, my friends, is called learning the hard way. So don't be like me, check your change. Alright, folks, the moral of the story? That penny in your couch cushions might just be worth more than your car. So check those jars, dig through those pockets, and who knows, you might just be holding a $1.8 million treasure. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or at least mildly entertaining, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more coin hunting tips. Who knows? Your next big payday could be hiding in plain sight. Catch you next time. 1973 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent worth, wait for it, $1.9 million. That's right, this tiny copper coin could be your golden ticket to never having to budget for gas again. So today, we're diving into what makes this penny so valuable, how you can check if you have one, and why I'm now looking at every penny like it might change my life. Let's go. Okay, so what's the deal with this magical $1 million penny? First, let's talk about the no-mint mark situation. Normally, in 1973, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you find a D or an S under the date, congratulations, you have just a regular OL penny. But if there's an no-mint mark, you might just have a jackpot in your pocket. Now, why is this one special? It turns out, a small number of these pennies were minted without a mint mark due to a rare error at the Philadelphia Mint. And as we all know, when it comes to coin collecting, rare errors equals big bucks. Like quit your job and buy a yacht kind of big bucks. So, how do you know if you have the penny? First, grab a magnifying glass, or if you're like me, just squint real hard. Look for the year 1973 and see if there's absolutely no letter underneath. No D, no S, just a lonely, plain oil 1973. If you've got that, congratulations, you've probably found a rare one. You know, back in the day, I used to throw pennies away like they were worthless. I once found a whole handful at the bottom of my backpack and just left them there to gather lint. What if one of those pennies was this $1 million gem? I'm still losing sleep over it. Now, before you start quitting your job and telling your boss off, there's one more thing: condition matters. If your 1973 no-mint mark penny is scratched up or looks like it survived a zombie apocalypse, it might not be worth as much. But a high-quality, well-preserved penny in mint condition? That's where you're looking at the serious money. One sold for $1.9 million at an auction because of how pristine it was. That's a whole lot of coffee money, people. Alright, so what have we learned today? Check your pennies, treasure your pocket change, and don't underestimate the power of a tiny copper coin. You never know, you might just be sitting on a fortune. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you never miss another crazy coin find. I'm dropping more tips on valuable coins, money-making strategies, and maybe even my personal guide on how not to lose sleep over coins you threw away as a kid. So, go check your pennies and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. See you next time! 1979 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin and its current market value. You might be holding onto a coin worth thousands or even millions without even knowing it. The 1979 Lincoln penny is a common coin, but some rare varieties and era coins make certain pieces extremely valuable. If you have a 1979 penny without a mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. Most of these coins are worth face value in circulated condition, but if you find a high-grade specimen or an era coin, the value can skyrocket. Collectors and numismatists search for pristine, uncirculated examples graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. A 1979 penny in mint state with a high grade can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s. If you have one in MS67 or higher, it could be worth even more. Rare era coins can also drive up the value. Some 1979 pennies exhibit doubling errors, also known as double die errors, which can be highly valuable. Other errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, or die breaks can also increase a coin's market price. These rare era coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars at auctions. So what about the $1 million penny? While there are no confirmed sales of a 1979 penny reaching the $1 million mark, rare Lincoln pennies from other years with unique features have sold for such astronomical prices. If a truly unique and never-before-seen era coin from 1979 were to surface, it could potentially reach a high six-figure or even $1 million valuation. This is why checking your change and getting your coins professionally graded can be incredibly rewarding. To find out if your 1979 Lincoln penny is valuable, check for key factors such as condition, luster, sharpness of details, and any unusual markings. The best way to confirm its worth is to have it appraised by a numismatic expert or submit it to a reputable grading service. 1984 D Lincoln cent lying around, you might be holding a valuable treasure. Some of these coins have sold for thousands, even potentially millions, depending on certain rare errors and conditions. Let's break down the current market value and what makes this penny so special. The 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver and carries the D mint mark below the date. Millions of these pennies were produced, making them common in circulation. However, some rare variations and high-grade examples have caught collectors' attention and sold for staggering amounts at auctions. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1984 D penny is the double die averse (DDO). If you notice doubling on Lincoln's ear, eyes, or inscriptions, you might have a valuable coin. Pennies in pristine condition with high mint state grades, MS65 and above, can be worth significantly more. Coins graded by professional agencies like PCGS or NGC often fetch top dollar. While the 1984 D penny is generally common, rare errors or uncirculated specimens can make collectors pay thousands. Most 1984 D pennies in regular circulation are worth only face value, about 1 cent. These can range from $5 to $50, depending on the grade and appearance. Coins in this condition have been known to sell for $100 to $2,000. These are where the big money comes in. Some of the finest examples with errors have sold for $10,000 to over $50,000 at auction. While no 1984 D penny has officially sold for $1 million yet, some unique errors combined with top-grade conditions could push the price into the 6 or 7-figure range in the future. So, should you start checking your change for a 1984 D Lincoln cent? Absolutely. Even if you don't find one worth millions, a high-grade example could still make you a hefty profit. Make sure to examine your pennies carefully, look for errors, and consider getting them graded if you believe you have a rare one. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more valuable coin hunting tips. Drop a comment below if you have a rare penny or any questions about coin collecting. 1989 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Could this simple penny be worth a fortune? Some rare coins have been known to sell for thousands, even millions of dollars. Let's find out if this penny has the potential to change your life. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The 1989 penny was struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but the Philadelphia mint does not include a mint mark, which is why you will see many pennies from this year with no mint mark. If you have a 1989 penny, take a close look. If there is no small d or s below the date, you have a Philadelphia minted penny. Most of these are common, but there are special varieties that collectors highly seek. One of the key reasons a 1989 penny could be valuable is due to rare mint errors. Some of these errors include: this means the design or lettering appears slightly doubled due to a minting mistake. When the design is imprinted off-center, making the coin unique. When the coin is struck without the retaining collar, leading to a wider and flatter shape. When parts of the coin appear raised due to cracks in the die. Most 1989 no mint mark pennies are worth only face value in circulated condition. However, if you find one with an error, the value can increase significantly. A standard circulated 1989 penny is worth about 1 to 5 cents. A high-grade uncirculated penny can be worth $5 to $15. A penny with a noticeable error, like a doubled die, can be worth $100 to $500 or more. Extremely rare and unique errors could push the price into the thousands. You may have heard claims that a 1989 Lincoln penny is worth $1 million. While no confirmed sales have reached this amount, rare coins with extreme errors or historical significance have sold for astonishing amounts. If a never-before-seen error surfaced and became highly sought after, a 7-figure price tag could be possible. But so far, there is no official record of a 1989 penny selling for $1 million. So, is your 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth $1 million? Probably not, but it could still be worth more than just 1 cent if it has a rare error or is in pristine condition. Always check your pennies closely, as you never know when you might find a hidden treasure. 2003 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny coin, and its current market value. You might have a 2003 penny sitting in your pocket right now and not even realize that it could be worth a fortune. But how much is it really worth? Let's find out. The 2003 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and millions of these coins were produced, making it a very common coin in circulation. However, rare error varieties or high-grade examples can fetch significant value at auction. For a standard circulated 2003 no mint mark penny, the value is usually just 1 cent, but if you find one in uncirculated condition graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, it can be worth around $5 to $10. The real money comes from rare error coins. Some 2003 pennies with errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or missing elements can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Recently at auctions, high-grade examples have been sold for impressive amounts. In some cases, MS68 or higher graded coins have been sold for over $1,000. The most sought-after errors, such as dramatic misprints or full red-toned coins, can reach even higher prices. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these unique finds. There are rumors and exaggerated claims about million-dollar Lincoln pennies. While most 2003 pennies are only worth face value unless they have rare errors, it is important to check your coins carefully if you believe you have an unusual or rare penny. Consider having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. So how do you check your 2003 Lincoln penny? First, look for any striking errors such as missing details or doubled images. Next, examine the color, as full red pennies tend to be more valuable than brown or worn ones. Finally, if you believe you have a special coin, get it authenticated and graded, as this will determine its true market value. The value of any coin is determined by collector demand, rarity, and condition. While the majority of 2003 no mint mark pennies are common, there is always a chance that you have a rare and valuable piece in your collection. Stay informed and check your change, because you never know when you might find a hidden treasure. 2006 the Abraham Lincoln penny. A simple 1 cent coin, but could it be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Stay tuned as we dive into the details of this coin's value and what makes certain ones extremely valuable. First, let's understand the basics. The 2006 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver and features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959. This coin is composed of copper-plated zinc and weighs 2.5 grams. While billions were minted, not all are ordinary. Some rare errors and high-grade examples have sold for impressive amounts. What makes a 2006 penny valuable? Condition is key. Most 2060 pennies in circulation are only worth face value, but if yours is in mint condition, especially graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, it can fetch anywhere from $50 to a few $100s. Coins with full red color, and no scratches or marks are the most sought after. Error coins drive up the price significantly. Look for double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or missing letters. Some of these errors can push the value of a penny into the thousands. The most valuable 2060 pennies are those with dramatic minting mistakes, such as die breaks or double strikes. What about the $1 million Lincoln penny? While no known 2060 penny has officially sold for $1 million, rare error coins in perfect condition continue to break records. A unique combination of a rare mint error, high grade, and collector demand could push a single coin to extraordinary prices. Final thoughts. If you have a 2060 Lincoln penny, check its condition. Look for errors. If you think you have something special, get it graded by a professional service. While most are common, rare high-grade examples and error coins can be worth serious money. 2014 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Some of these coins have shocked collectors with their skyrocketing value, and we will break down everything you need to know. The 2014 Lincoln penny was part of the Shield Cent series, first introduced in 2010. These pennies were produced in large numbers by the Philadelphia Mint, which does not use a mint mark unlike the Denver and San Francisco Mints coins with a D or S mark respectively. Pennies from Philadelphia bear no mint mark. This means that if you have a 2014 penny without a mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. Most 2014 pennies are common, but certain factors can make them incredibly valuable. Here are the key factors: errors and variations. One of the biggest factors in value is the presence of minting errors. Some 2014 Lincoln pennies have rare errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or even missing letters on inscriptions. If you find any of these, your coin could be worth significantly more. High-grade condition. Coin collectors and investors look for coins in pristine condition. A 2014 Lincoln penny graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Unique features. Some pennies may have unique toning or other distinguishing features that make them desirable among collectors. Circulated 2014 no mint mark pennies are typically worth face value unless they exhibit rare errors or exceptional condition. However, uncirculated high-grade specimens have been known to sell for impressive amounts. Recent sales have shown that an MS67 2014 penny can sell for $500 or more. Extremely rare error coins have reached values of several $1,000s, and in some cases unique errors can push the price even higher. A perfect example is a rare 2014 Lincoln penny with a major minting error that sold for over $10,000 at auction. This is why checking your pocket change is always a good idea, as you never know what hidden treasure you might find. If you think you have a valuable 2014 no mint mark Lincoln penny, follow these steps. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass to look for errors or unusual details. Check the coin's condition and avoid cleaning it, as this can lower its value. Compare it to auction listings and grading reports to get an idea of its worth. Consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC for official valuation. The 2014 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem ordinary, but rare errors and high grades can make it a valuable collector's item. Some have even sold for thousands of dollars, so it is always worth checking your change. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Have you found any rare pennies? Let us know. 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. It might be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Stick around to find out how much collectors are paying for these coins. The 2016 Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why there is no mint mark on it. While millions of these pennies were produced, some rare error coins and high-grade specimens have fetched incredible prices in auctions and online sales. The most valuable 2016 no mint mark pennies are those with errors and in pristine condition. Look out for doubled dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned designs. These errors make the coin extremely valuable to collectors. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A penny in mint state 67 or higher can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So what are these pennies selling for in today's market? Well, common circulated pennies are still worth just a cent, but if you have a coin in near perfect condition or one with a rare error, you could be looking at big money in auctions. Some of these error pennies and high-grade coins have sold for thousands of dollars. The highest recorded sales so far has been in the range of several $1,000s, and who knows, with the rising interest in coin collecting, future prices could be even higher. If you have a 2016 Lincoln penny, check it carefully. Look for errors, check the overall condition, and if you think you have something special, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. This could dramatically increase its value and market demand. You never know what treasure could be hiding in your pocket or piggy bank. Make sure to check your change because you might just have a valuable 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny sitting unnoticed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries.